YouTube, Twitch, welcome back. It is some more Peglin action. I'm not going to put up the spreadsheet. We don't really need to put up the spreadsheet. We're just looking for dungeon die, right? We're going to use the base Peglin character to do it because of Peglin tuition. Alright, do I want refresh perspective? If I refresh things, pegs get stronger. That is pretty good offensive. I will say I think the better offensive thing out of the gate is Stuff the Sling. I actually really rate this item from the get-go, but it will tail off. Or do I want super boots? I'm going to go against my philosophy a little bit. I think if I was truly going to go purely on my philosophy, I would take Stuff the Sling here because it just gives me a big boost immediately because I start my set with mainly pebbles, right? But refresh perspective, I think, has got the higher ability to like completely break the game. Also, it means I could take slime-based builds now, which kind of work okay with peg buffing builds. So I think because of that, like it intersects into multiple builds, I'll take refresh perspective. I actually quite like super boots as well. I will say healing is very powerful in this game, but in the early game, you want something a bit more offensive. But as I said, I've kind of turned off a little bit of my offense to take something that I think can go to a higher level later into the game. Because bear in mind, it's not just find dungeon die is the quest here. I have to find dungeon die and win the run afterwards. So, you know, I have to be somewhat careful. Alright, that's fine. I missed the crit somehow, but I got the 2 bombs, which is like, honestly, the more important mission. I missed the side mission, but the side mission didn't really matter here. Alright, more importantly, at this point, I need to get gold. I'm actually killing too quickly right now. I'm being far too efficient. Okay. Should be able to, on this shot, get to my 25 desired gold total. I've done it. Might want to unlock a bomb as well, just, you know, for safety for later. If we get hit, so be it. It was more important for me to get to 25. 2 health is probably not going to matter, but not getting an upgrade or buying something here could, like, drastically change the course of humanity. Okay, that's okay. We took 3 damage. It is what it is. We just were talking about taking some peg upgrade builds because I've got the refresh perspective. This is one of those things. It is better to go for a negative build with Chwoos, but I'm already not going to go on a negative build since I've already taken refresh perspective. It's still pretty nice. But I always feel like Chwoos is not quite like good enough, if you know what I mean. I think Swaltub is pretty decent. Do I just grab the Swaltub now? Sure. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Swaltub where I feel like it can be really, really strong, but equally, like, it's not quite run winningly enough, the amount of money I typically put into it, to, like, make it really matter. This is so little damage, I'm just going to take Ambidextrary. We probably won't use it for some time, and I'll forget about it until, like, you know, the run's over. I think it's a fine choice, though. We've actually been kind of cursed as well. We're only going to get 1 elite fight this floor unless I get lucky. And by lucky, I mean a question mark tile is an elite. I tried to will it into existence, but the game's like, nah. Anyway, this map is kind of interesting. We don't have piercing, but... I was going to say, we do have scaling, which is kind of unusual for this stage of the game to be scaling already. I think I'm just going to take the Swaltub on the... Ooh, that's quite nice. On the power sliding path. It's fine, gets me another kill. Now I need to get the refresh. Again, this doesn't matter right now. To some degree, I want to sandbag a bit, although I say this, I've already got like most of the money on the board, so maybe it doesn't matter anymore. I'll discard this. And this. Give me a refresh. Nice. Get 1 more gold. This probably is the game. It's not quite the game. Okay, that's fine. I'll try and make a skill shot onto this gold peg. I don't really care about the effect of the Swaltub anymore. It's going to kill regardless. Still a pretty good battle. I do need Leshy Tech at some point. None of this is Leshy Tech, by the way. I was just reminding myself I don't need more tech, which would be this. I'm just going to take an upgrade on my Swaltop and move on with life. I think I'm also going to take some risks. I'm going to take some question mark tiles a bit early. I don't really want the duplication event just yet, but I really want to maximize my possibilities of getting elites. Battles in general is not terrible, but... Okay, I was going to say, it's the honeymoon period of going down the right side over, but maybe it's not. We had a poor one last time when I tried to go down this side, but... I got the early bomb, which is all I'm, like, desiring when I do this. Alright, give me the bomb, please. Not the refresh, thank you very much. And the spider is deceased. Spider is not deceased, because he's getting blocked. It's actually the world's worst news. I really need to get down to another bomb. I'm actually going to potentially die here, you know. I need a lucky bomb hit. Cool. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this, not just killing the blue slime, I'm really concerned about the bat healing above 40. Okay, we're actually just cooked. I think I've lost already. I think this is actually unsalvageable at this point. I took way too much damage in this battle. I'm just gonna get to the bombs fast enough and I don't have piercing. I'll try and play it out, but it's probably cooked. I can't even get the refresh that easily. He says that he gets the refresh immediately. I don't know. Just what I wanted, Jupiter. That's the salvation here. It's piercing. It's not good piercing, but it's piercing. It's strictly speaking Leshy Tech as well. It's not really good Leshy Tech, but it is Leshy Tech. It's very RNG focused Leshy Tech. Okay, we need to play some perfect Peglin to get out of this now. That's the actual only solution now. Play perfectly, get a heal, potentially get a Nosferatu, which is part of the reason why I'm playing this out right now. A really good Nosferatu shot with my build would actually basically save me. Don't want to hit the refresh just yet if we can avoid it. Plenty of pegs on the board. Alright, cool. Good shot. Jupiter, it's time, maybe? Question mark. Nice. Jupiter with upgraded pegs as well. Very good shot. Now we can go back to farming. And we're above 50, so actually we could do an upgrade plus a heal this turn. Nice. Okay. I sadly put my flag in the camp of the Jupiter, so I can't take the Bold Orb, I feel like, right now. I've also not really cleared a path to the left, but surely the game won't, like, kick me in the nuts again. Nope, it won't. It has to be Spiral Slayer. I think the best form of offense... actually, hang on a minute. If I'm going to make this work and I get the leaf the rest for later or something which would make this work, this suddenly becomes way, way more appealing. Actually, I'm playing for the future when I'm going to die in the present. I actually don't think there's a lot in that. The Spiral Slayer, considering I probably might end up in a crit build at some point, it's not as good as you'd think it would be. Jupiter, though. Hang on a minute. Maybe it's a Jupiter Renaissance. Who do you think you are? I am off a Jupiter shot? That's actually unheard of. That might be the first time Jupiter's ever done that, got a board clear. It wasn't like one of the best maps for power sliding, but still. Anyway, we're in the market now to farm. Slightly awkward to farm in the center bit right now, but we'll just clear it up a little bit. There we go. That's much, much nicer. Do you live? You do live. That's also great news. Give me a bit more gold, please. And I'm okay with this. I just need Nosferatu now, and like we're actually saved. I am semi-tempted to grab Inferno as well. It's pretty good against Leshy. I'm super wide right now. Like I'm gaping right now. That's how wide we are. A little bit vulgar on it. For the sack, it's just not acceptable. Bearing in mind as well, I want to put more stuff in the sack. I'll take this as well. Do I have a crack at this? I actually should have a crack at this. Okay. I will be taking the other elite, I think. It could go wrong, though. I'm going to do this to not fire the fireball, also just to sandbag a little bit, because I do need the money. It's fine. I actually need to be careful not to hit too many bombs now. You know what, Jupiter, you've kind of, like, hard carried so far. Not bad. I was going to say, maybe you can give me all this gold by your lasery goodness. Alright, the battle's over. We just want as much money as possible now on the way out. Alright, let's get Jupiter firing more often. I'll try and go left. I probably prefer to go right, but I want to get some money as well anyway. That's fine. We can go for the later elite. I could get, like, screwed by an event now. But I think most events let you go out the right side of the board anyway. We don't need to remove an orb. I've got ambidextrary. Take this to max level. Jupiter, now's the time to shine. I need a perfect elite here. We probably do need another heal, honestly, to get through Lecce. This is going to be hard to have the perfect fight, considering I take damage every turn. I don't have piercing to start, and I'm going to miss the crit. Did the crit move there? I think he moved one tile to the left, right? Alright, Jupiter, show me the path to glory. It got me a refresh. It didn't kill the first guy, which is actually preposterous, to be honest with you, but if it had, it would have been probably worth. The Jupiter has actually let me down quite badly there. Probably enough that I'm dead, in fact. I also don't know if I can hit this refresh. Yeah, this game's over. I can't hit the refresh, so it's over. It's okay, we tried. Actually, under circumstances which were just, like, so stacked against me, I'm not that upset by this. And again, I think we got punished in the end for my opening play. I should have just taken... I should have just taken the stuff for the sling. I think it was a safer option. I've got the reverse situation here. I think these are two of the worst relics you can possibly get in the start of the game. This is situational and requires you to get hit, which is normally not a great requirement, especially for an effect which doesn't work against most bosses. Haglin's hat is completely god-awful, unless you've got a money build going, which, like, at that point, normally the money build carries you rather than Haglin's hat. So I guess we're going to take Strange Brew, which I guess is damage. Fighting Lecce, maybe we won't take a Jupiter this time, which I will say, Jupiter probably gave its best showing, and still let me down in the end. But honestly, like, the only salvation there was Jupiter kills everything, and it just was never happening. I still think Jupiter needs a slight change, but I just don't know what the change actually is. Because I think if you just put raw number up, there's a chance it could, like, be completely, utterly broken. I feel like its effect should target something, but then again, if it's like targeting the refresh, it would be OP. Maybe targeting crits or something? I don't know. I don't know what it needs, but it needs something. I might as well sandbag this shot. There is a bomb active already for me. Cool. Okay, we'll take a bob. I'm not upset by this. it does end the battle. That's fine. I don't know if I want all or nothing game. I think I don't want any of this. I probably will just save my money and then consider buffing the Dagob next turn. Alright, 2 of your finest bombs, please, sir. Okay, not the 2 I was expecting, but I'll take them. And now we sandbag. Alright, we really desired our game an orb that is takeable, please. I have the money to take it and instantly upgrade it one time as well. Let's take this bomb hit for a bit of safety reasons. Come on! That bounce is just like preposterous. Let me just try and get this bomb activated. Okay, we got it. That's fine. I don't take another damage. We're fighting Leshy, right? We could take a Bramble versus Leshy. It's not the dream answer. It's okay, though. It's like pseudo-piercing at max level. It does, like, require... I mean, it's overflow, right? It requires you to do a certain amount of damage to get it. But against Leshy, you can't Bramble a Bramble, so, like, it might save me 1 damage. Like, it's like, again, one of those things that's, like, minor Leshy tech, but it's, like, almost worthless Leshy tech, considering you take 2 damage when you fire it anyway. The payoff is, like, so, like, minor. In fact, the payoff isn't really, like, existing full stop, when you really think about it. Alright, I'm gonna get cooked by this map again, where I can't get the bombs. Yep, I am. Alright, right side tech, maybe not the solution. I'll just take it. I would like this to activate another bomb, please. That's huge. I only meant activate, not, like, fully set it off, but... Definitely taking it. Again, I think we don't go for the refresh here. We'll just get another activation going. And in the end, this has proven to be quite useful. I wouldn't mind the refresh this time, unless I get the kill. Alright, we're gonna get hit by red slime, I think, but... All in all, not terrible. He says as, I need to hit 6 pegs here. Actually quite awkward, this. Okay, never mind, it's fine. Yeah, that's actually fine, because I've got Strange Brew. I do want... No, I want Infernob as well, potentially, but I'll save Infernob for later. It's like, it's common, right? Infernob. There's an event that gives it out. I'll find another one later, don't worry about it. Do I want Sand Arrows or do I want Training Weight? Training Weight does legitimately nothing for me. Sand Arrows actually does do something, less you can be blinded as bosses go, so maybe I will take this. I think Training Weight can be disgusting, but it's really hard to enable as this character because it has so many different builds. Like, it's hard to make the Mud Circle one actually just work, so... I'll take the Sand Arrows. Give me a Complex Claw as well. We're not really in bomb build territory just yet. I think it was a, like, awkward one. We're not in a bomb build, but we're not in a crit build, but we're more likely to hit a crit than get, like... I said this, I was going to say it's more likely to hit a crit, but it's not really true. Than get, like, the bombs. I don't know. I honestly think that was, like, a, like... I think you could have taken either and felt pretty happy about life. Or pretty sad, depending on if, you know, you're half full or half empty, and a glass this is. Type of person. I am certain the glass is half empty type of person. I'm probably even more so the glass is half empty and, you know, the glass might break later type of person. You don't have overflow yet, right? So this is wasted damage. But now we can put some refreshes onto the board. The refreshes are actually buffed up pegs as well, theoretically straight through. And it's refresh tech. I really don't want to get hit by this nerd in front of me. That's already good. I'll go for the crit, but it's probably not happening here. So, I was going to say, certainly not happening. Now I get a crit on the shot where it doesn't matter anymore. You'll have to see it. And again, a lack of overflow here is going to punish me. Dude, I'm going to go for the crit. I get the crit. There's a chance I one-shot now. I do one-shot. Perfect. Another fireball. Again, we have got Leshy coming up. But again, I'm going to hold for later. I think we can wait a bit longer for that fireball. We don't really care where we go here as long as it's not to the fiery pits of hell. I'm going to greed a little bit. We're so close to getting to a multiple of 25. And now this has overflow, so we could actually get some benefit to the excess damage. And we're going to get excess damage. I have set off the wrong bomb, sadly. Grommet is the wrong bomb. Okay, but we get the other one, which makes it work. We don't get hit by the artillery plants, and we can just farm now. The dream would be to get to 50, but it might actually be impossible. Well, not impossible, but improbable, I guess, before he hits me. Because I really don't want to be hit by this guy. I was close. Alright, I think we actually have to consider the Inferno at this point. I turned it down so many times. I do need a bit of Leshy tech. This is Leshy tech. We need to go right here as well. Because I definitely want the elite battle. Because again, this is all pointless unless I get dungeon dying. We're going to be taking Grubby. It's basically plus 10 damage on every single shot. Also, if I ever get Spinception, it just leads to a winning game state. Alright, hello you guys again. Would love to get the crit here. I am lacking piercing a little bit again. My piercing's not very consistent, is the brown ball. So we'll see what I can do here. At the very least, I want to kill the first guy before he would get a turn. Which might happen. It will happen. Okay, that's not a bad start then. Not the best, but not the worst. I have 3 refreshes on the board and I don't think I can hit any of them, which is pretty upsetting. Maybe I can hit the one at the bottom, actually. Okay, I can hit that one. But we're going to go for big overflow damage on the crit here. I whiffed the shot, which is actually pain. Actually, the Grubby Gloves just saved me another hit there, which is very nice. Sorry, I say another hit. It would have caused me to waste a shot, theoretically, so I'm glad I didn't have to waste the shot. We're just looking for a kind crit. Now, how have I slid this into this gap is absurd. Kill? Ah, the pointer gets him. Okay, Grubby Gloves has just done some miracle work for me. Fortification, we don't need it. We do need to do a heal. We need to do an upgrade as well, I think. I probably actually should upgrade you at this point. And ladies and gentlemen, Dungeon Die is here. So it's now full concentration mode. We can't afford to lose this run. Which is a shame because it's not a great start to a run, I will say. But lock in. Right, you generate a few refreshes. Not too many, but a couple. I'll take the double bomb hit now just to clear the board. Who do you think you are? I am. And again, go back to farming, because I really need to pick up some money. I guess the final thing I need to pick up for my equation now is some way to heal. If I could get a Nosabatu, suddenly the game looks a little bit more manageable, right? Especially with the multitude of effects I've got that do self-damage to me as well. We're not going to get it, sadly. We'll take a heal instead. I didn't clear a path to the left, which is a little bit risky. I should be able to deflect down, though. Nice. And, dude, I'll take this battle as well. Let's go with this side, please. I don't know what it is, but this battle I've been actually doing quite well with recently. I'm not, like, fucking it up as often as I am. Oh, I was, sorry. I have to fire one of these two things. They both do 2 self-damage. This one sets off all the bombs, though. So actually, I'll set this one off instead. And this is legitimately all about farming. As is this. You're dead to poison. Back to gold farming. Why did I call this gold farming, by the way, not gold mining? You don't really farm for gold, but for some reason I've always just called it farming. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Got it stuck. Give me the extra money. Ah, I got to 50. Okay, that's actually pretty good news. We can take another heal. I'll take an upgrade on top of that. I think I will take you up another level to give me more refreshes, because the refresh peg's actually pretty good damage. I can't, strictly speaking, go left guaranteed, but I was going to say, how can this go wrong? Okay, this could go wrong, though. I don't love these danguses. They do quite a lot of damage, actually, and I don't have a targeted ability for the back slot. So, I'll send the Inferno about, which, by the way, is only doing 1-5 because I forgot about Dungeon Die. Also, check you've got Dungeon Die, dummy. So, I should be firing the Terror Ball here. Alright, I should be firing the Terror Ball better. Oh my god, my orbs are actually troll right now. Oh, unfortunately, this does work. Guaranteed crit, right? We fire the O3 out. Decent damage again, gives me a few refreshes. Bramballing at just the right moment, correct? Show me the crit again. It's a crit, but not the crit I was desiring. But maybe I can get it off the guaranteed refresh here. No, I missed the crit. It would have been like a game-winning crit. Still a good Bramble, though. All right, you're a 4-6. I'll just take the guaranteed damage if you don't mind. You are a 0-8. We are not taking you. We'll take the 4-8 instead. I think we're going to get slapped a bit here, sadly. I will say the Dungeon Die has actually just, like, been super mean to me. I didn't check Dungeon Die again. I mean, I need this to kill, really. Insane crit. Actually, just run saving crit. Because I wasn't killing on that turn otherwise. I need to heal because I don't have enough health. It has to be popping. Oh, it doesn't have to be popping corn. It could be the Sash of Focus, which leads to one of the best relics in the game, if not the best relic in the game. But I think it's actually going to be a struggle for me to trigger the Sash and live. So I actually think I'm going to take Popping Corn instead of the Sash, which is actually pretty, like, scary, but... Game, why are you like this? You know what? I knew that was going to happen, which is why I was so sad. We're probably going to lose this because of too much navigations. I didn't clear a path down to the bottom somehow. Okay. 4-10. I don't have a good crit right now. We'll take the 3-7. And we have time to heal. It's not the end of the world yet. It's approaching it, but not the end just yet. That's a nice crit. It's a 4-10 as well. I'm going to get artillery planted, which feels pretty bad. You're a 4-5. Do some gardening, please. You're a 4-12. Garden me. I don't think I've ever had this artillery plant shoot me twice. Until this day. He is now deceased. Inferno can save me from vines. I just can't get to the refresh right now. I'm like desperately trying to get to it, but it's just not possible. And my refreshing, I actually have refresh tech. I do hit it, but I've got refresh tech this time. It was at the bottom of the sack. Okay, it's better to not crit, so I'll try and not crit this. Good gardening. I need a few blind triggers that are lucky to get through this now. Alright, I guess I won't get any of them. Also, Dungeon Diet has actually been maybe the worst thing I've ever seen. I feel like it's just only ever making my shots worse, but I might be wrong. Like, this is down crit, and no, it's not down crit. It's the same crit down on base damage. Crazy, though. Well, I need a blind trigger here. I don't think the misnavigation actually did cost me in the end. I think it was just... I was destined to die there. Oh, no, I'm back to base Peglin things where it's, you know... If you don't get Nosabatu, the character's just impossible at C20. It's not quite true. I guess I could go for Cookie for refresh healing. But it's Refilibuster up against this. I don't know. I think you have to go for Refilibuster and find healing other ways. Actually, I'll also say, I think in that Leshy fight, if you ran the simulation multiple times, I probably do win in some of the simulations. But I had to have the refresh thing early, not the last thing I got. Alright, well, let's go back to finding Dungeon Die again, which, as I said, I think actually Giga trolled me. I know the mathematics behind it, you know, it's actually, like, on average, it's better than taking Power Glove, where it's called. But I'm here to tell you I prefer just a consistent +1/+1 than the variance that is. I think it works out to, like, on average it's +1.5/+1.5 or something. I'm here to tell you, like, I don't want to get the negative rolls. Okay, I got 25. I was a bit concerned that I wasn't going to get it. Who am I fighting? Is it Leshy again? No, it's the Slime this time. Slime doesn't like poison build, so I'm actually just going to grab a Spinfectious Sting out the rip. And I want to fight Elite, so I'm going to go for the Elite on the right. Oh, if I go for the Elite on the right, I can't go for the Elites on... Sorry, I can't hit the first Elite on the left. So actually, let's go for the chest on the left and take the Elites right later. It gives me time to get going as well, because the Spinfectious Sting is actually pretty horrible at level 1. And actually, it's not great at level 3, but if we can get some crit stuff with it as well, then it suddenly becomes, like, a bit better. Alright. Slightly early to set off all the bombs there, but I'll forgive you. I'm actually not going to sandbag this time, because I'm actually slightly concerned about my damage for 3 green slimes here. Oh yeah, I've got a Refilibuster. I shouldn't be that worried. I actually completely forgot I took that. How did I miss the crit there? Alright, my bad. I don't think this kills, though. It does not, but the additional damage on the pegs does kill. Okay, not too bad. Do I want to risk it all with Jupiter again? Not really, to be honest with you. I've tried your shenanigans once, Jupiter, and you kind of let me down. I'm just going to make sure I go left here. It feels bad to leave 4 gold pegs on the left side, but... You know what's felt bad? I got an advert the other day, and it kind of like stun-locked me, this advert. I got an advert, and I believe what the product they were trying to sell was... They were trying to sell some AI software, which is used to improve the prompts you give to AI software to design things. You know, like you say, you know, I want girl pointing and laughing at immigrants in boat, Ghibli style. I mean, that's what everyone else on the internet seems to be doing. Rather than you putting in those prompts, which I guess like the AI software might like mistake something for something else, like, you know, it's not Studio Ghibli, it's like, you know, Ghibli Gibbons or something like that, the British author or whatever. That's not a real person, by the way. It's just an example. But yeah, it might like mistake something, and to avoid like those errors, to give you like a better prompt, there's now AI software that writes the prompts for you. And I was like in stunned silence. I was like, am I looking at this right? Is this like what you're seriously trying to sell off right now? You're having the AI? Is that where we're at right now in society? I just couldn't believe my eyes. And it wasn't 10 million fireflies. It was just like, I don't know. It just felt like somewhat like post-apocalyptic verse. Like one of the signs that like, the rapture is coming. That type of thing. But when, like, you're at the point where, you know, the AI is legitimately taking all the creativity out of things for you, and you're just telling the machine to do something for you. And you can't be bothered to tell the bot to do, like, what you want it to do. Come on, man. We're cooked as a society if we're at that point. Oh, by the way, thank you for adding another spider into this battle. Not like the spider's like the best enemy on this floor. Hands down. And I'm slowly chipping them away with bombs. Where are we going here? We're going right, so let me try and get a bit more of a path to the right. I actually quite concerned I've not got a path to the right, in fact. I have beans this up a little bit. There's a few baked beans here. Saved. The bomb has unironically saved the run. Saved my mental. Augur is actually kind of interesting. So it's Alchemist Cookbook, and I am on somewhat of a refresh build right now, so you know what? Let's take it. And we don't have to worry about dungeon die, assuming we get it. But also, if I get it, if we've got bombs, then who cares about what the dungeon die does? We'll just kill them with bombs. I'm actually a really not big fan of what I just did there. I can't get this refresh very easily. I basically had to go through the outer part of the particle accelerator there. We're almost certainly getting killed by... Sorry, killed. We're getting attacked by the artillery plant here. But I don't really have an answer to the refresh situation again. And honestly, it might be best right now for me just to try and get this bomb off. Now that I've uncovered it. Now we'll go for the refresh, though. I forgot when you fire this, it refreshes the board. That's fine still. I kind of got what I wanted anyway. Alright, you know what? That's actually a pretty good battle for me. I'll take it. Do I want to put another pebble in the sack? Nope. Funnily enough, I don't want another pebble. We probably don't want to buff pegs either, because I'm like... I've definitely put my flag post now in the old bomb build. So I guess we upgrade this to get me more refresh, to potentially get me more bombs down the line. I still want to vaguely be on the left side here. There we go. Honestly, it's kind of worth it to get on the right path. You can be good is the thing. I'm actually going to do it. It doesn't matter if we go left or right here. You normally got this fight right. So we go out left, of course, because the game is like determined to be against me today. I might as well take grubby gloves again. It's pretty good against this boss. I want to take another battle and then go elite. I still haven't solved my defensive issues right now. We just have the same ones we had before. Super boots would go crazy right now because it would stop me doing that as well, which is now my new defensive issue that I've got. I can't really stop myself from going to hell every now and again. And And of course the game is going to put me into hell on every single shot it can do. Without fail. Like, this is crazy, though. I've been in hell every single shot right now. Like, I'm actually trying to actively bounce it the other way as well. And it's like, nope, we're going into the hell pit. This is the worst showing of the best relic in the game I've ever seen. And it's actually not even close. I don't think Believiation solves my problems. I have to heal here, because I took, like... Despite the fact I think no enemy hit me there, maybe the bat hit me once. I took, like, 30 damage. I'm basically waiting for enemies on the board in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Also hoping the hell pit moves, which it did move. I forgot again that you refresh the board. I'm so stupid. It's fine, we're going to the ×2 pit anyway. A refill buster is good here. So far, so bad, though, getting the old bombs out. Not the fiery pits of hell. Okay, didn't go into the fiery pits of hell. You're going to die to the poison. I need the bombs. I don't care about the fiery pits of hell. I'll take the damage. Okay, I won't take the damage. Huge. That's a kill. Refresh me, game. Huge. And into ×2. We are going to get hit. Because I can't avoid it. But maybe this has set me up for a possible kill on this turn, question mark. Lucky bounces. Okay, as bad as the previous fight was, but this one's gone okay, actually. Yeah, you died to poison. I only got to 47 gold, sadly. That's fine, we're going to heal anyway. I don't know. Do we go for blinding enemies with bombs? Considering the bottom fighting doesn't blind anyone. Sorry, blind doesn't work against him. I think we take Beckoning crit, because actually crit stuff is quite good with my poison stuff right now. And I think we're actually cooked still. Despite all I've tried to do. Don't love this. I can't but think that, like, all the shots going to the well, which is a fiery pit right now. It's a good crit, though. The fiery pit. Oh my god, the time to half well is in a horrible spot now. Fiery pit. The best relic in the game has actually just destroyed my mental. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Can you stop putting the ×2 pegs on the right side where it's like actually impossible to get to it? You're dead to poison. Your corpse is causing me a small issue here, so I guess we'll go for the bombs I've been activating. Okay, the bomb chaos has been nice here. Fortunately for me, the ×2 shot goes into something that doesn't really have, like, you know, any great offense to me, so kind of did nothing. Back into the fiery pits of hell one final time. I really need to pick up a kill here. Huge crit. Alright, fuck you, game. The one times the ×2 well goes here. And what happens? I get shunted out by a bomb. I have to take balm, but it's like horrible. It's actually horrible for me. I mean, we're dead. It doesn't matter. There's no way I killed them all here. Well, oh, sorry, the slime. I take mask. And we go and die to the slime. I don't think 24 health is enough to kill this guy. I certainly need my Spinfectious Sting and a crit to open this fight with. Or 11 gold pegs. I don't have the crit, so we have to go for the 11 gold peg route instead. The times half doesn't really matter that much. The poison was more important. Times 2 does matter here, though. I'm suddenly back in it again. Because of Beckoning Crit, and Beckoning Crit basically alone. Alright, we will win. Oh my god, not Subatu! Hang on a minute. We're actually so back. Do I want Viridian Trinket? Is it time for Viridian Trinket? Probably not. Probably not. And yet, I'm like, what if it is time for the Viridian Trinket? What if this run is so bad the Viridian Trinket is good? Bearing in mind I said the Viridian Trinket is awful with bomb build. We shouldn't take it. We should take Electropegnet, I think. Just as, like, the good old solid answer to all my problems. Yeah, we'll take Electropegnet. We're fighting the wall, which is actually quite interesting, because if I get a bit more poison, I think I can kill the wall with poison. Thankfully, we don't have the gift that keeps on giving, otherwise we'd have just lost the run on this turn. And now it's time for the recovery. Straight to the pits of hell. Honestly, at this point, I've been in hell more times than Satan has. I think I should get frequent flyer marks. Okay, don't love the crit here, but equally I'm firing a Terrorball, otherwise the refresh is more important. What we're looking for now is stuff like Recombobulator, really. Where are we going, by the way? Left. So let me try and clear a bit more of the path to the left. Task failed successfully. It's not the end of the world if I go right. I'll probably lose a tile though if I go right. I'll try and get to the left still. Yeah, it's too hard. I'll take the skip a battle and get an elite instead. This is also really nasty. I'll try and set up the filibuster to do some work for me, but I might actually have to send this off as well. If ever I deserve a ×2, it's now. Actually, that works. I'm okay with that as well. We're back to full health because Nosferatu is very balanced. You know what? That's fine. I get a crit. I'll go to hell for a crit. 2 hell trips, though. Maybe too many. Fuck, these mirrors are so brutal, man. The refresh. The refresh. It's going to live, isn't it? I'm going to get hit for like 20. No, it didn't live. Oh my god. I think I discard here. Oh my god. My options are not great. I guess I fire you off. Because this won't do damage and just try and set off some of the bombs to kill you. That's fine. This can work. I somehow end up in a situation as well where I'm on 49 gold, which makes me very, very happy. I really want to grab another Spinfectious Sting because of like what my grand plan is now, but I think I have to do this. It's so powerful for this to be max level. It's actually absurd. We want left or middle. Probably middle. Couldn't be any worse than what I just did there. At least I didn't get punished. I tried to time it desperately. We might miss the elite here. If we do, so be it. Plinkus doesn't agree with me. I will say so be it. I do need to get dungeon dice, so it's not really a so be it moment, but Oops, hit the refresh that I didn't mean to. Alright, Refilibuster helps me on my way to glory. It's now going to kill me, probably. I need to one-shot the mirror here, otherwise I'm going to die, I think. There's enough reflex up that I'm dead. I'm also approaching the point where I can't find Nosubatu anymore. I can't find Nosubatu anymore, so we're actually just completely stuck. And I didn't kill the guy. Actually, crazy series of events that causes me to lose there. The rare 4-run episode. I don't know. It's just fucking base Peglin things. Have an unbelievably powerful orb, but if you don't draw it at the right time, you just lose. This is basically garbage for most of the time. This is okay, but I want damage. This is the damage, I guess, but it's like nothing. It's Leshy again. At least I've not seen them all, which, as I said, I think is like the numero uno counter. Basically to every character. Right. You can just cause chaos if you don't mind. I'm just interested in the bombs. Don't refresh the board, please. Thank you very much. Alright, we can get the other bomb right now. Very nice. We might take a hit here, but I've actually done a pretty decent job, in my opinion, of getting the bombs. We don't get hit here, actually. Now we farm, because I'm actually doing nothing else better on this turn. I should discard instead. We get hit. I get a horrible Terror Ball. I mean, in all seriousness, this fight can be just horrible. A different ordering, I take less damage. I'll go for a Pebble kill. Oh, it's so close. It's fine. We take 8. It's probably about par for the course. Fighting Leshy should consider an Infernorb. I'll take an Infernorb. Since the Dagorb is garbage as this character. I really think it's an interesting play from the Peglin team, and I don't know if I like really hold this against them, because maybe they didn't like plan for this, but the worst character, without a shadow of doubt, is the base Peglin character, who's also the first character. I don't know how to feel about that. It's a bit like in the Binding of Isaac being the worst character, which he's not. Like, you'd think that the base character should at least be like, you know, around the middling level of quality. But no, the base Peglin character is like by far and away the weakest of the characters compared to all the other ones. I will say they've got a bit of the Spinventor about them as well, and that they're a bit of a glass cannon, but it's so awkward to use this character, man. Okay, do I want to take a Bold Orb? I think I might want to consider it, because I think one of the other issues I've been having is I don't have reliable piercing, so I'm trying to match everything down. And it's not proving to be very useful. The Bold Orb is not my favorite piercing thing by like a long, long way, but it is piercing. As long as you're a ground-based enemy, it's piercing, at least. So I'll take it. Get a bit of gold on the way out as well. I need to get to the bombs if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Another bomb, please, sir. I should have discarded then so the Bold Orb was available to me right now, but it shouldn't matter. I think I can guarantee get that bomb again. Never mind, I can't. I'm so unbelievably stupid. I need to refresh. Alright, I take 9 damage because I'm stupid. I deserve the 9 damage this time, though. Unlike some of the other times where I don't feel like I deserve the 9 damage. Goodbye, artillery plants. And now we do a bit of farming. I'm going to intentionally not fire this because I don't want to take the damage. Alright, battle over. We didn't get to 50, but we weren't a million miles away from it. Let's start upgrading the Bulldog, because sadly I think the Bulldog might be my best orb right now. I do need to take a chest. Pocket Sand is awful. Gardener's Gloves at least works on the Inferno Orb. I need to fight the Elite because it's legitimately like the be all and end all of the run. I'll go this way to try and get 25 more gold for the Elite battle because piercing is so good, which, by the way, now that I've got piercing gold in my sack for the first time, near guarantees we're fighting the Minotaur here. I've not seen him all day, so begin the drum roll if you want. He's on his way. He's on his way to ruin my day. He's like, have you been paying your tax today? And it's like, well, sorry about it, I've not seen you yet, so I've not had the opportunity to do. It's like, well, that's no excuse. By the way, again, great map for piercing. Where's my piercing orb? Oh, it's right at the bottom of the sack again. Why would it be? It's in fucking Narnia. It's also a blessing and a curse. I can't really hit the refresh right now. So again, it depends on if like you count this as a blessing or a curse. If you get the bombs off fast enough, like it's probably a blessing. Fuck's sake. But when you do like this, where I just couldn't get any bombs, like activated one after another, it's like a big curse. I got excited for a second, but you're not the good one. You're okay, but not great. I'm all in, by the way, now on this not being the Minotaur. You know what? For my own mental, let's get rid of the Terror so I don't get horrible Terror anymore. Holy shit, it's actually not the Minotaur. Moreover, it's actually a pretty good fight for me. Alright. Kind of an insane opening, actually. Shame that's not going into the green slime, but I was trying to create a path for the Inferno to get all the bombs, but it turned out the dagger was actually just the better Inferno. Right, let's not fuck around too much here. Actually, let's not fuck around at all. Give me the refresh. I'll set up for a decent shot of the Bold Orb here. Bold Orb, go get him. Alright, that's fine. Kills the red slimes in a pretty reasonable amount of time. We'll ignore the other bomb now unless I just accidentally get it. We're probably getting hit here. Although... Oh, we're getting hit here. It's still really good, though. We definitely could have got hit 3 or 4 times there, but I'll take this. This was a pretty good roll in the end. Heal me. Am I fighting? It's Leshy, right? It is Leshy. I guess we start upgrading the Inferno at this point. That's so hard. Recon Bombulator is insane with the bomb build, but Powder Collector is like also insane with the bomb build, and I can't take both. Grinding Monstera is actually insane, and we're so early that we could make it work to some degree. I think we take Grinding Monstera and just accept we're never going to be on the bomb build, and just don't take anything bomb related going forwards, because bomb build now can't work. We'll go right, correct? Yes. I want to take the early of the 2 elites here, because the other one leads to a shop, and I don't want to go to the shop yet. Man, we could have an insane bomb build if I wanted to. We'll take Pellegrino's Pendant. I'd say it's an insane bomb build. It still would have been reliant on bombs being on the board, but... Okay, the perfect opening. Well, it'd be more perfect if we could get a crit as well, but we get my piercing orb early. Bulldog did okay. I was expecting a little bit more if I'm going to be, like, very honest with you, but as long as we're killing the first guy before he attacks me, which we are, we're still on decent pace. And if I can kill this guy in the second slot before, you know, he gets another go, then we've kind of, like, solved it, right, to a degree. Solved may be a strong word here, but I'd love to not get hit by the other guy again, but I think that's going to be possibly a step too far. No, it's not. Never mind. I thought he was shooting me there for some reason. Alright. Don't want a pet ball. I know theoretically you're like, oh, we could go on a pet ball build. Yeah, we could, but... You know, I could also just upgrade this and feel pretty happy about life. Do I want the pinchy claws? Honestly, this run so far is like the encapsulation of the 3 other runs that failed, like, you know, around the same time. I had a poison build, which this would have been insane on. A bomb build, which would have been insane with the recombobulator. And don't talk about the other one. Do I want Augur? Do I want Pincer Maneuver? Or do I want Prime Rudder Frost? Prime Rudder Frost is probably the outright best thing here. Even after the nerf, it's still really, really strong. So I think I'm going to take it. I don't really have anything to pinch anyway. Now, things may change on that front, but for now, I think that's fine. And actually, I think that's the other thing I've, like, learned from today's adventures, the escapades of me playing Peglin today. Just try and take the things that are best in the short term. There's too many times I've been, like, gone, you know, sorry, said, we should take this because it's good in the future, which is, like, probably true, but it's led to me dying in the present. So, I guess I need to respect present theory more. Damn, I was hoping to kill the spiders with that. Alright. I still set them up within bomb range, so it's not terrible. It is when you don't hit a bomb, though. Oh my god. Like, this fight had so much potential to be, like, insane, and I've just, like... I've not tossed it away, but... I just haven't quite, like, hit my potential. Again, if I got a bomb there, it would have been insane. And I'm leaving so much gold on the board. It feels bad. I think I have to heal here. I also had Prime Rudder Frost there, which probably would have been better than the actual Bald Orb. You know what? I'll take this. I think. Yeah, I'll take it. I've got one less you take it. It came in at level 2 as well, which is not bad. We could upgrade it again one more time here. I will be using my fireball. Nice. Truesome enemy, can you go away, please? You're not meant to be here for reasons. Too strong, man. Alright, let me try to clear a path towards the right side with this. Okay, I got the bomb, so actually I'm okay with this result. I don't love the fact that the Bald Orb can't hit the bat. Go on, Bald Orb. Give me the bomb as well. Go find a bomb. Oh! Okay, well, the bat's gonna hit me. It's still decent damage, to be fair. Dude, I can't get the bombs. There's 3 of them active and I couldn't hit any of them. Again, it's fight losing. At the very least, the turn's over. I have to heal. I don't have enough health otherwise. And it's Leshy again. I do have Leshy tech, so it's not the end of the world, but I don't really have scaling, which feels pretty bad, actually. Also got my ball lightning early, which is also not great. Why have you targeted the tree stuff there and not the boss? Riddle me that. And I'd much rather that damage has gone into the boss. Whatever. Whatever. Get prime rodded. And now we win from here. It's fine. I probably wasn't ever getting the crit there anyway. I think we should discard through things. I'll keep the gardening dream alive. Balled up just in perfect time to deal with Tangler. Rock damage super effective into grass, right? That's definitely true. Can I not de-bramble this? Alright, I'll do it this way then, I guess. Okay, I disagree, game. I took 1 damage, but I actually, like, removed the bramble properly. Refresh me, please. Slightly alarming shot, I'll say. Probably not as alarming as that shot was. Okay, we're getting into bramble hell right now. Fuck, that's not where I thought that was bouncing to. Save me. Prime Rod of Frost is up, by the way, which is part of the other reason why I did this. I'm so close. I mean, I have to kill in this shot, right? Otherwise I lose. So I think we're gonna lose. Yeah. I was so close to glory again. It feels like, oh my god. It feels like this has been the episode of I've been so close to doing something like crazy and then just like, I get plucked out of the run. Anyway, that'll do for this episode of YouTube. If you enjoyed it, why don't you like, comment, subscribe, everyone helps me out. I'll see you next time. Bye.